Hello and welcome back to the Ollie Ecom channel. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're having a good day. Before this video starts, I previously released a video on my new course. It's a dropshipping course. It's called the Dropshipping Experience. It's got 20 plus videos that are constantly being updated on how to dropship, and I take you through every step of the process. If that's something you're interested in, the link will be down below. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So this is going to be almost like reflection of my journey over the last 6 months, and also teaching you guys how you can do it also. So taking you from how I went from working a 9 to 5 all the way to now where I've got 2 companies, I'm working completely for myself, and I don't have a 9 to 5 to rely on. So I didn't go out with the intention of quitting my job. That's not why I started the businesses or started flipping or drop shipping. So I'm going to sort of take you through how it worked and how I went from 0 to where I am now with little to no funds put into the actual project. So the first thing I did was flipping. That was the first way that I thought I would go about getting a bit of money. So what I wanted to do, I understood the idea of dropshipping, and I originally went across with doing eBay dropshipping. Before I did any of that, I wanted to get some funds to actually do the project with. So before I did any of that, I wanted to put some funds in an account that I could then use, and if I lost it, I lost it. But it was sort of a booster board for me starting my company. The idea behind this really was that I would make a little bit of money and then go about sort of doubling it from there and just see how far I could get. My original goal was to actually purchase a holiday with this and not actually end up quitting my 9 to 5, which is quite an interesting prospect when I think back to it now, seeing as it was only 6 months ago. So like I said, the first thing that I did was started flipping. Now, I didn't actually start buying things and then reselling them for a higher price to start with. The first thing I did was I went on to Facebook Marketplace, looked for things that were listed for free, and started flipping them from there. And also things that I had around my house. I'm not necessarily saying like this mouse, but I think I did an old GoPro, a couple of different cameras, which I now regret having started this YouTube video and having to use an iPhone. So that's my next purchase. I'm going to have to buy another camera. But it was that booster board, and that got me between, I think, about £400 to £500, to be honest. I sold a point and shoot GoPro, a couple of other bits that are around the house that I just didn't use anymore and just happened to have that I was planning on getting rid of anyway. And I never really considered reselling them because I just thought it was a load of effort, but actually it's really, really easy. Get them sent off and you've made the profit. So I am going to be creating a little series along this part of the process. I'm going to be doing it at the start of the year, and I'm going to be basically getting something for free off Facebook Marketplace, or however I do it, getting something for free and seeing how quickly I can go from 0 to £1,000. So that's just in pure profit. I'm not putting any money into it, and just showing people that actually it is quite an easy thing to do if you put your mind to it. So I'd recommend doing this for quite a while. Obviously we're giving ourselves sort of a 6-month gap to go about doing this. I did this for about 3 to 4 weeks. I was I was getting things for free to start with and then reselling them. Eventually I was looking for quite cheap deals, and then I was reselling them from there. So anything that was dramatically reduced in like a supermarket or a shop, then I was reselling that, which is a really good way to do it. And it was at this point that I found Twitter. So if you're sort of following along with this and this is something that you want to do, at the sort of, I think about the 1 month point was when I created my Twitter. I wasn't called Ollie Ecom then. I just had a Twitter account. I think it was literally just called Ollie and then some numbers. And it was from there I started finding other people who did flipping. And I was like, okay, this is something that quite a lot of people are doing. And I stumbled across something called Products for Profit. Now, I never actually joined this, so this is going to sound a little bit weird, but I met a hell of a lot of people that did. If you followed the Ecom podcast that I do, I spoke to someone who basically made their entire year of career just from joining Products to Profit and flipping things from there. So that was really, really interesting. So at this point, I didn't join it because I stupidly thought it wasn't worth it. I know now that I'm wrong. I still haven't joined it because I've taken a different step in ecom, but I know so many people who have joined it. And basically what it does, it just gives you things in either the UK or the USA that you can buy from supermarkets or different stores in those places and flip for hire in the future. So something that's really, really interesting and definitely something I recommend joining. I don't have an affiliate link for this, but it's definitely something that if I can get a link, I'll put down below for you to check out. So I'd recommend definitely sort of at this point, start creating a Twitter account. You know, not necessarily one that's going to be branded or teaching anyone anything, but just document what you did. That was what I wanted to do. Document where I was going, what I was doing, and how I was doing things. And eventually, obviously, it became what it became. So I carried on flipping until I had about $500. I then decided I was going to start a eBay dropshipping store, but what I would recommend you doing is just creating a traditional dropshipping store. Purely because I have never been an advocate for eBay dropshipping. It's not something I enjoyed doing when I did it, and I find it quite a janky system. A lot of other people will say different, and I know people who are quite successful on eBay dropshipping, but in my personal opinion, I don't bother with it. It's not something I do. So at this point, you're probably about 2 months into it and you're going to launch yourself a dropshipping store. You've got $500 behind your belt. You've got that money that you can essentially put into this next business and bolster it to the next point, rather than coming into the business with £30 that you've sold a camera that you don't need anymore. So within that £500, you may put all 500 on ads, or you may split it down and spend, you know, $70 on a course. You may spend $30 to $40 perfecting your store, buying a theme, things like that. And then eventually you'd have, say, $300 to advertise. That is more than enough. I had a conversation with someone on Twitter the other day, and I was talking about how with a dropshipping store, at the point I'm at now, I can tell whether it's going to be a winning product within the first £30, I think I said, of ad spend. I could probably do it with a lot less, but actually telling whether it's going to work or not in the long run, £30 is all you need, in my opinion. So it is really as simple as this, and it's just, rather than taking the money out and using it to splurge on things like meals and going out, if you've got a 9 to 5, I would recommend just putting in 2 hours a day, every day after you finish work. Even if you can do it at work, that was personally what I did. Probably not what I'd recommend, but you know, it worked for me. And just put in that effort. Don't take the money out of whatever account it is you're using. I'd recommend obviously getting a business account and just keep reinvesting in yourself, keep flipping items you know you can flip, and just keep trying dropshipping stores. And at that point, that was when I found my winning product. I was at about 3 month point. I've tried 3 different stores. Boom, that store is now on today. I'm still using it, and it's done a hell of a lot of money through that store. And it, you know, it's now December, that was March, and that store is still going. That's the store that has given me the money to be able to then reinvest and start other dropshipping stores. And now at this point, I had a Twitter account which showed my journey. I had, you know, this is probably, let's say, the 4 month point. I had, I think, about 400 followers, and I had a journey that people had seen me go from 0 to trying different stores, to flipping products, to my eBay screenshots. And without me knowing it, I'd created myself a personal brand. Now, what have I got out of this sort of 4 month period of just putting in money from nothing? I have created an eBay account with you know, a really good rating. I've got a bank balance which is quite big from all the flipping stuff. I've got a dropshipping store which is running itself, and I've also got a personal brand which I'm now teaching people how to do it. So this is probably a bit of a weird video because I haven't actually shown anyone anything. But that's the point of the next series I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing it in the new year, like I said, and just showing people how you can go from 0 to £1,000, for example. You could do it. Anyone can do it. It's really not hard. All you need to do is just put down one thing that you do. You know, if you watch an hour of Netflix every day, just before you go to bed. Instead of doing that, just pick up a laptop and list your items, or go down the post office and post them, or be just checking on a daily basis on where you can get these free items. So it is actually something that is really, really possible, and I just want to prove that in this series that I'm going to be doing. So this was sort of the pre-episode of that, and just sort of explaining my journey, and then when we get into the video of the next one, you're going to be straight into it. I've already got things planned for it, so it should be pretty good. But make sure you like the video, and drop me a subscribe if you do enjoy and are looking forward to the next series, and hit that little notification bell as well if you fancy it. Thank you very much. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you.